All right. So I'm going to talk to you, possibly, give some advice. All right, keep listening as I angle the camera. Drumming, music. As a drummer, I'm not going to get into like all other stuff, melody instruments. But first, as a drummer, yeah, you should get into melodic instruments and learn how to play the bass. For sure, it's the easiest instrument to grasp once you learn the numbers. Learn the numbers, watch my piano videos. If you're a drummer, you need to be aware of what's going on, and it's really not hard. You just need to use your ears. Theory is very easy. You just need to know how to count to 8. Watch my piano videos. So you need to know what's going on then. But as a drummer, some advice. When they say practice, 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 they're not lying. That's really the only advice you can give. All the stuff that I have on my videos was never really shown to me. You know, you watch things, but I never got too much stuff out of books. I learned how to shape my hands up and do coordination exercises, but the creative end is really where things happen, which isn't in a book. You just gotta sit in your room and go at it for a long time. But most importantly, if I can narrow it down to a few things, you gotta get a metronome. If you're a drummer and you say, I hate metronomes, you're gonna be here. As a drummer who plays with a metronome and who, any musician, I can guarantee, can hear a musician that doesn't play a metronome in 1 to 2 beats. And I tell my students that, that you can hear it, you know, just the difference of like, in 1 beat, you know. It's punctual, you know, it's intended, it's intentional. And if you don't practice with the metronome, you're not going to ever dissect that space. You know, I always say to my drum students, a dollar has 4 quarters, you know, and each quarter is 25 cents. It's not 24 cents here, 26 cents here, you know, 25 cents, you know, it's all 25 cents. It all lines up, and a drummer has to, like, every measure be consistent. The measure you played just now has to be the same as the measure you played just before. So get a metronome. If you're saying metronomes are stupid, it's because you can't play to one. You have to get a metronome. There's some players who are gifted and they never practice with the metronome. Chances are you're not one. Not to sound like a jerk, but it's not a bad thing. That's your job as a musician. You know, you want to hear music that has good timing, and you want to play music that has good timing, just like you prefer to hear music that has good timing. So get a metronome. Practice with the metronome. When I started practicing with the metronome, after I moved back from Nashville, after getting my ass whooped down there, I practiced with the metronome all the time. I practiced with recordings. And you go from here to here very quick. You know, it's a huge jump. So, metronome. Can't stress that enough. Rudiments. You don't have to be, you know, marching band guy of the year. But get your rudiments down. You know, there's times, you know, you don't even need your rudiments. Like, I could go. Which is what I do a lot of the time. But your rudiments are going to shape up everything. And when it comes time to do something more difficult, or when you're trying to dissect somebody else's playing, chances are, if it's like a difficult lick, you're going to be breaking down rudiments. It's singles and doubles. That's all it is. Combinations of singles and doubles. So just get your doubles, and your singles, and just start mixing them together. And that's how a paradiddle is. 2 singles and a double. So get your rudiments done. That's like first things first, you know. I tell my students I'm not going to sit there with them while they do the rudiments. That's on them. And usually they don't listen, but, you know, when they start getting sick of not being able to advance, that's when they start learning the rudiments. It's really easy. Just sit with your pillow, you know, while you're watching TV and practice. History. Know your history. Listen to different kinds of music. I can't believe I'm staring into a camera. It's that guy, my subscriber, We All Fart. That's really his name. He has been asking me for videos, and I haven't posted anything besides piano videos and like me in my garden this summer. So I'm going on a full night of videos here. Anyway, what was I talking about? History. No, like, you know, Motown. You know, if you're playing a Motown song, you know you're gonna come across. No, that's like a Motown fill. You know, it's the vocabulary. You know, if you're gonna be playing a punk song, know the vocabulary. You know, don't discriminate. Don't be like, I don't like country music, or I don't like hip hop. You know, you gotta be able to play all of it. Because if you're going to be a gigging musician, which is, I guess not necessarily what I'd recommend to be, but you know, full time, because it's, you know, it's interesting. And it's not for everybody, but you're going to come across all sorts of styles, and people request songs. You want to be able to play it stylistically correct. That's the point. Stylistically correct. Style. If you have the ear, you know, if you listen to music, that's half the battle. It's just playing the style right. You know, reggae. Point is, like, there's like little cliche lists, and you know, learn your history. Yeah, that's about it. A horse walks into a bar and he says, "Hey bartender, can I get a beer?" The bartender says, "Ah, damn it! I screwed up the joke." Alright, never mind. I'm gonna go to bed now. Have a good night. Hope these videos help.